Hi children, good morning. So today we are going to see about the vocabulary part in the unit 4, that is from your prose 4. Okay. So first one is auction house puzzler. So you know what is auction house? You have come across many terms associated with an auction in the lesson. Now solve the crossword puzzle with words from the lesson. Make use of the clues given. So what are all the clues given? So conducts action. So conducts action. So this is across. You have to write it across for this. So in all these boxes, and this one is downwards. You have to write in all these boxes, right? So first one is conducts action. So where is one? So conducts action. Who conducts action? Actioner. So AU, first letter they have given TION E-E-R, auctioneer. Okay, likewise a protective garment. So where is 2 given? So here it is given. So here 2A. Okay, so here you have to write apron, APRON. So likewise downwards painter 1. Where is downwards? See, this one is downwards. Painter. So who is the painter that we have seen? Daubigny. D. They have given D already. DAUBIGNY. Daubigny. Okay. So likewise, you have to do this yourself. Okay. So next one is idioms. So what is an idiom? An idiom is an expression in English with a special meaning of its own. Idioms do not give the literal meaning of the individual words used in them. Okay, so already you know that idioms will not give the literal meaning. It will give a figurative meaning. So what is mean by literal meaning? The original meaning conveyed by a sentence, by a phrase, words, they are called as literal meaning. Okay, but idioms will not give the original meaning. So by the skin of one's teeth அப்படினா என்ன? So இங்க by the skin of one's teeth, it means ஒருத்தரோட ஸ்கின்னோட ஒரு பார்ட்டோட டீத். ஓகே, so that is the original meaning of this. So see this tight corner, டைட்டாக இருக்க ஒரு corner, that is the original meaning of this words. That is called as literal meaning. Okay, but idioms will not give the literal meaning. It will give the figurative meaning. Okay, so an idiom is an expression in English with a special meaning of its own. Idioms do not give the literal meaning of the individual words used in them. You come across the idiom by the skin of one's teeth in the lesson. It means a narrow escape. Okay, we have seen in the prose itself, right? So here are some more idioms taken from the lesson. Find out their meanings and use them in sentences of your own. So first one is tight corners. So tight corners means, what is the meaning? In difficult situation. So find the meaning and frame a sentence of your own. So short his bolt in a nice pickle, have cold feet, for everything how to find the meaning of the idioms and write sentence of your own. So you can write it in your book itself. Next one, match the following idioms related to difficult situations with their meanings. So what are all given in A part is idioms. So in the B part they have given the meaning of the idioms. You have to match them. Alarm bells ringing, back to the wall, grasp or clutch at straws, saved by the bell, hang out to dry. So find the meaning of this. So all this idioms deals with the difficult situation. So அதோட meaning எல்லாமே என்னது? Facing some difficult situation. Okay. So find the match the idioms with their meanings in column B. Okay. Next one is phrasal verbs. Okay. So no need of C, leave it. Phrasal verbs. Use the following phrasal verbs in sentences of your own. The first one has been done for you. See, they have given the phrasal verb here. So if a phrase contains a verb, it is called as phrasal verb. If a phrase contains a preposition, it is called as phrasal preposition. Okay. So likewise here, stand up, stand for, stand by. So they have given stand up. Your statement will not stand up as proof in the court of law. Stand for. My father always stands for truth and honesty. Stand by. Come what may, I will stand by you. Okay. So likewise, you have to first write this. So they have not written the meaning for stand up, stand for, and stand by. But you have to write the meanings also, right? Likewise, look into, look at, look through, run over, run away, run into, put on, put up, put off. Okay. Likewise, you have to find the meaning of the phrasal verb and then you have to write the sentence. Okay. Next one. Listen to the announcement made by your teacher and answer the questions that follow. So, complete the following sentences based on your listening. So, this listening passage will be in the back of your book. So, read the passage, understand the meaning and answer all the 6 questions, right? And the next one is note taking, and we'll see it later. And now the passage comprehension. Read the following passage and answer the questions that follow. The station master's supreme sacrifice by Sanchari Pal. Okay, the station master's supreme sacrifice by Sanchari Pal. So it is an adapted story. So actually, okay. So actually it is an incident which happened during the Bhopal Gas Tragedy. Okay, you might have studied about Bhopal Gas Tragedy. It is a very big tragedy which happened. Okay, so the station master's supreme sacrifice. So the sacrifice done by the station master. Okay, see, let us get inside the passage. So Sanchari Pal is the person who had written this. Okay. So 33 years ago, on the night of December 2, 1984, Bhopal was hit by a catastrophe that had no parallel in the world's industrial history. Okay, so Bhopal has faced a very great crisis, very great danger. An accident at the Union Carbide pesticide plant in Bhopal had released almost 30 tons of a highly toxic gas called methyl isocyanate, turning the city into a vast gas chamber. So what happened? An accident which happened at the Union Carbide pesticide plant in Bhopal. So it had an accident. Due to an accident, it had released 30 tons of a highly toxic means highly poisonous gas called methyl isocyanate, turning the city into a vast gas chamber. So that had made the city into a very big gas chamber. The result was a nightmare. More than 6,000 people were exposed to the deadly gas cloud that left thousands dead and many more breathless, blind and in agonizing pain. Few people know that during the Bhopal gas tragedy, a heroic station master risked his own life to save others. Okay. So, due to that accident, what happened? The result was a nightmare. Okay. The result was highly dangerous. More than 6 lakh people were exposed to the deadly gas cloud that left thousands of people dead and many persons to be breathless. Many became blind and many had a very severe pain. Few people know that during the Bhopal gas tragedy, heroic station master had risked his own life to save the lives of other people, and that's what we are going to see in this passage. So, on the evening of December 3, 1984, Ghulam Dastakir was settling down in his office to complete some pending paperwork. Okay, so who is he? Ghulam Dastakir. Okay, so he was getting ready to complete some pending works. This work kept him in his office till 1 a.m. in the night. So due to that work, he was staying in his office till 1 a.m. when he emerged to check the arrival of the Gorakhpur-Mumbai Express. Okay, so he is coming out. So he is a station master, right? So he is coming outside to check the arrival of the express. Which express? Gorakhpur-Mumbai Express. As he stepped on to the platform, the deputy station master felt his eyes burn and a queer itching sensation in his throat. So as he had came out on that is as he came outside to the platform, he felt a burning sensation in his eyes and a strange itching sensation in his throat. அவரோட throatல ஒரு itching என்ன அரிக்கிறது. Okay, itching sensation in his throat and a burning sensation in his eyes. He didn't know that poisonous fumes leaking from the Union Carbide's pesticide factory were stealthily enveloping the railway station. Okay, so he did not realize that. So அப்போ வரைக்கும் அவருக்கு அந்த அப்படி ஒரு ஆக்சிடென்ட் நடந்ததே தெரியாது. So he did not realize that the gases, fumes means and the smoke. Okay, fumes leaking from the pesticide plant had enveloped means had surrounded the railway station. Beginning to choke, Dastagir did not know then that 23 of his railway colleagues, including his boss, station superintendent Harish Durve, had already died. Okay, but he doesn't know that because he was inside his cabin. So the gas did not enter inside his cabin. So he doesn't know anything about him. So only after coming out he is realizing everything. So he didn't know that 23 of his railway colleagues, அவர் கூட work பண்ற 23 persons, including his boss, station superintendent Harish Durve, had already died. அவங்களாம் ஆல்ரெடி இறந்துட்டாங்கங்கிறது அவருக்கு தெரியல. It was later reported that Durve had heard about the deadly gas and had immediately tried stopping the movement of trains passing through the Bhopal before collapsing in his office chamber. Okay, so it was later reported. So அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் தெரிய வந்தது. So the superintendent Harish Durva, so what he had done, he had tried to stop the passing of the trains to the Bhopal railway station. Okay, Bhopal ரீச் ஆகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி அந்த ட்ரெயின்லாம் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணணும்னு அவர் ட்ரை பண்ணியிருக்காரு. பட் அதுக்கான எஃபோர்ட் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே he had collapsed. ஸோ மயங்கி அவர் அங்கே விழுந்துட்டார். His suddenly worsening health and years of experience told Dastagir that something was very wrong. Okay, so அவரோட worst health condition, whose health condition, the station masterோட worst health condition, and from his experience he understood that something was happening wrong. Though he did not fully comprehend means understand. So though he did not fully comprehend what was happening, he decided to act immediately when he did not get any response from the station master. Okay, அவருக்கு அங்கே என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு கம்ப்ளீட்டாக புரியல அப்படின்னாலும் he decided to act immediately when he did not get any response from the station master. He alerted the senior staff at nearby stations like Vidisha and Itasi to suspend all train traffic to Bhopal. Okay, so he had instructed the senior staffs at the nearby railway stations, யாருக்கெல்லாம் லைக் த நேம் ஆஃப் த பர்சன்ஸ். ஓகே, விதிஷா, இதார்சி, அவங்களுக்குலாம் என்ன பண்ணிட்டாரு, he had passed the information to suspend, that is to stop all the train coming to Bhopal because that is where the accident had taken place. However, the jam-packed Gorakhpur-Kanpur Express was already standing at the platform and its departure time was 20 minutes away. So, இருந்தாலும் what happened? The jam-packed means, so it is completely filled. The train is completely filled with the passengers. Gorakhpur-Kanpur Express was already standing on the platform and அதுக்கு departure time எவ்வளோ இருக்குது, இன்னும் 20 minutes இருக்குது அதுக்கு departure time. Listening to his gut instinct, Dastagir summoned his staff and told them to immediately clear the train for departure. So என்ன பண்ணுறாரு, he summoned means called. So he called his staff and instructed them immediately to arrange the train for the departure. ஸோ அந்த ட்ரெயின் இங்கே இந்த கோரக்பூர் கான்பூர் எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் வந்து உடனே கிளம்புறதுக்கான அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட்ஸை பண்ண சொல்கிறாரு. When they asked if they should wait until the order to do so came from the head office, Dastagir replied that he would take complete responsibility for the train's yearly departure. So, when the persons asked about அவங்க நம்ம ஹெட் ஆஃபீஸ்லேருந்து வர வரைக்கும் நாங்கள் வெயிட் பண்ணணுமான்னு கேட்டதுக்கு தஸ்தகிர் என்ன சொல்லிட்டாரு, இதுக்கான கம்ப்ளீட் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி வந்து ஐ வில் டேக் கேர் ஆஃப் இட், ஓகே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டாரு. He wanted to ensure that the train left immediately without any delay. His colleagues later recalled that Dastagir could barely stand and breathe as he spoke to them, breaking all rules and without taking permission from anyone. He and his brave staff personally flagged off the train. Okay, so he wanted to ensure whether the train left immediately without any delay. So அவரோட கொலிக்ஸ் அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் ரீகால் பண்ணுறாங்க. வாட்டா தஸ்தகிர் could barely stand and breathe as he spoke to them. ஸோ அவங்ககிட்ட பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கும்போதே அவரால் சரியாக ப்ராப்பராக ப்ரீத் பண்ண முடியல, couldn't speak clearly. எல்லா ரூல்ஸையும் பிரேக் பண்ணிவிட்டு வித்தவுட் வெயிட்டிங் ஃபார் த பெர்மிஷன் ஆர் ஆர்டர் ஃப்ரம் எனி ஒன், he and his brave staff members had flagged off the train. Flagged off na enna theriyilla avங்களுக்கு. So they had made the train to move. But Dastagir's work was not done. The railway station was filling up with the people desperate to flee the fumes. Okay, but the railway station was completely filling up with the poisonous fumes, smokes. Some were gasping na enna மூச்சு விட முடியாம தடுமாறுறது. Okay, some were gasping, others were vomiting and most were weeping, crying. Dastagir chose to remain on duty, running from one platform to another, attending, helping and consoling the victims. So victims na yaar unknown persons, அங்க இருக்க passengers la யாருனே அவருக்கு தெரியாது. இருந்தாலும் he was moving from one platform to the other and he was helping all the passengers. He also sent an SOS to all the nearby railway officers asking for immediate medical help. So he sent SOS to all the railway officers asking for the medical help. As a result, 4 ambulances with paramedics and railway doctors arrived at the station. So SOS means save our souls. Okay, save our souls. So he was sending SOS to all the nearby railway officers. As a result of that, 4 ambulances with the paramedics and railway doctors arrived to the Bhopal railway station. So it was winter and the gas was staying low to the ground, a thick haze poisoning everything in its path. Okay, so besieged by the hordes of suffering people, the station soon resembled the emergency room of a large hospital. So as it was winter season, the gas was staying low in the low surface, a thick haze poisoning. So haze means it is air containing something, okay, that makes it very difficult to see through. So airla oru something spread ஆயிருக்கிறதுனால, so இங்க என்ன spread ஆயிருக்கு, a poisonous gas. So it was difficult to see through it. Okay, so the difficult gas was poisoning everything in its way. Besieged by the hordes means groups. Besieged means surrounded by group of suffering people. The station soon resembled means looked like the emergency room of a large hospital. So now the railway station was looking like emergency room of a large hospital. Dastagir stayed at the station steadfastly. So continuously he was doing his duty, knowing that his family was out there in the ill-fated city. Okay, so his family is also staying in the same city, but he doesn't bother about that, and he was doing this duty. And he was doing his duty. That day all he had for his protection was a wet handkerchief on his mouth. So what he had used for his protection is just he was using a wet handkerchief. So wet handkerchief use பண்றாங்கன்னா, so the gas will not enter easily inside. Okay, Ghulam Dastagir's devotion to the duty, his devotion, his dedication to the duty saved the lives of hundreds of people. So it had, because the train was fully packed with passengers, so he had arranged for the departure of that train. However, the catastrophe didn't leave him unscathed. So unscathed means, so our the meaning for unscathed means harmful or damaged. Okay. So அவர் அதை harm பண்ணாமல் விடலை. என்னது, that poisonous gas, he was also harmed. One of his sons died on the night of the tragedy and another developed a lifelong skin infection. So one of his sons had died during that night of the accident and another developed a lifelong skin infection. So another son had got a skin infection which had extended throughout his life. Dastagir himself spent his last 19 years shuttling in and out of the hospital. So he had spent his last 19 years of life by often visiting the hospitals. He developed a painful growth in the throat due to prolonged exposure to the toxic fumes. Toxic means poisonous. So he had developed a painful growth. அவரோட த்ரோட்டில் ஒரு எப்பவுமே ஒரு பெயின் இருந்துகிட்டே இருந்தது, பிகாஸ் he had exposed himself to a long time in the poisonous gas by saving many people, passengers and the people in the platform, right? So when he passed away, so passed away, it is also a phrasal verb. So when he passed away, when he died during the year 2003, his death certificate mentioned that he was suffering from diseases caused as a direct result of exposure to MIC. MIC means methyl isocyanate gas. Okay, so he died as he had exposed himself to a long time to the poisonous gas methyl isocyanate. ஸோ அவர் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கலாம், ஸோ இது பாய்சனஸ் கேஸ் நம்ம இறந்து போயிடுவோன்னு தெரிஞ்சு அந்த ஸ்டேஷன்லேருந்து சப்போஸ் ஹீ ஹேட் மூவ்ட் அவுட், அந்த இடத்த விட்டு போயிருந்தார் அப்படின்னா he might have escaped from the infection and also he would have saved his family, he would have saved his son. But அவருக்குமே என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காது, ஒரு லைஃப் லாங் ஒரு டிசீஸ் இருந்திருக்காது. பட் அதெல்லாம் அவர் கன்சிடர் பண்ணாமல் he was working for the safety of all the passengers and the people in the railway station, right? So a memorial has been built at platform number 1 to pay tribute. Tribute means a respect to those who sacrificed their lives in the line of duty on the fateful night of December 3, 1984. So showing the respect to him, a memorial has been built in the platform number 1. So however, Ghulam Dastagir, who died later, is not one of them. A forgotten hero whose sense of duty and commitment saved countless lives. Dastagir's story deserves to be, so it should be recognized and remembered by our fellow countrymen. So a forgotten hero. ஏன் forgotten ஹீரோன்னு சொல்கிறாங்கன்னா நிறைய பேருக்கு அவரோட சாக்ரிஃபைஸ் தெரியவே இல்லை. ஓகே, and a forgotten hero whose sense of duty and commitment, it means dedication, saved countless lives. Dastagir's story deserves to be recognized and remembered by our fellow countrymen. That is, his duty should be, his commitment should be remembered by all the person. Okay. So Bhopal Gas Tragedy la இப்படி ஒரு இன்சிடென்ட் நடந்ததுங்கிறது definitely I too didn't know up till reading this passage. So look at the questions. Why was the accident at Union Carbide paralleled in the world's industrial history? How was Dastagir affected by the poisonous gas? What was the action taken by the station superintendent? How did Dastagir and his staff break rules? What was the cause of Dastagir's death? Next one, find words from the passage which mean the opposite of the following. Look at this. You have to find the antonyms and not the synonyms. So safeguard, paragraph 1 safeguard அப்படிங்கிற வேர்டோட ஆண்டனம். நெக்ஸ்ட் பேராகிராஃப் 2 காமன் ஆர் ஃபெமிலியர் அப்படிங்கிற வேர்டோட ஆண்டனம். தென் பேரா 4 ப்ராம்ப்டோட ஆண்டனம். ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன் காஸோட ஆண்டனம் இன் பேராகிராஃப் 6. ஸோ ஃபார் ஆன்சரிங் திஸ், ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் யூ ஹாவ் டு கோ த்ரூ find out the synonym and then find the antonym. Okay, so do it yourself, don't copy from anywhere else, right? So That's about today's class. So in this video we have seen about the vocabulary part in the unit 4. Okay, and we have seen idiom. I think we have seen idioms in previous videos also, right? So it is nothing but and the word oda original. So in a nice pickle அப்படினா பிக்கிள்னா என்ன ஊறுகாய், ஒரு டேஸ்டியான ஊறுகாய், அதுதான் மீனிங்கா? அதுதான் இதோட ஒரிஜினல் மீனிங் இல்லையா? பட் அந்த ஒரிஜினல் மீனிங்கை மீன் பண்ணாமல் ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் மீனிங், ஒரு ஃபிகரேட்டிவ் மீனிங், போயம்ஸில் பார்க்குற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபிகரேட்டிவ் மீனிங்கை மீன் பண்ணுறது தான் என்னது? idioms. Okay, so do all this book work yourself. Hope every one of you have understood. Thank you for watching. Thank you.